Alright, now into the strong hive. Now I know I've got ants on the top of this up here in the top box where the sugar water is. I'm not really too concerned about ants. They don't seem to really bother the bees too much, especially in a strong hive. But oh, not as many ants as there was the other day, I guess. There were definitely more ants in here the other day when I looked. Ah, you know what? They finished their sugar water. Maybe that's why. So I'm going to give... Yeah, I'll perhaps give them some more sugar water. Yep, they completely finished theirs, and they're building comb under that as well. So maybe that's what they're doing with that sugar water. All under here. So... yeah, there's a few ants in here, but nothing to be concerned about. One of my biggest concerns with this hive would be if they decide that they want to swarm on me, because, well, as you can see, they're full. And this is two deep boxes. So, yeah, that's a lot going on in here. It is pretty packed. So, what do? I have a couple of choices now. I could give them a deep on top with a queen excluder for honey. I could potentially put a double screen board in between. Yeah, they're busy. That's a lot of bees in there. There's a beetle there stuck on the... two beetles stuck on the Swiffer pad. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top box off and have a look, see if there's swarm cells underneath this top box. Because then I've got another situation to deal with if that's the case. If I can get them apart. They're glued together pretty good. Okay, I'm not sure how heavy this is either. I think it's going to be pretty heavy. Okay, let's lift. Oh yeah, that's heavy. So these girls definitely need space. Definitely. So I think I'm going to clean this mess up here. What I tend to do is... oh, do I still have smoke? Yeah. So this is all drone brood, which gives you a really good opportunity to check for varroa mites. And if you look at these nice white larvae, no varroa mites on them. Just kind of putting it down on the side, and then I'll deal with it afterwards. There's a drone. There's another one just hatched out there, which is telling me they're getting ready to swarm, right? If they've got drone cells and there's drones. We already have some drones. that's a good indication. Now this drone brood is nice and white and healthy. I'm not seeing any signs of varroa, which is absolutely awesome. But these girls need space, that's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some swarm cells in here. Which is not ideal. But it's actually been pretty cold. Like it's been under 10 degrees pretty much for the last little while. Again, they're all they're all clean of any varroa mites that I can tell. So that's awesome. Oh, there's more there. Drone brood. Lots of drone brood in there. Cross comb between the top box and the bottom box, which is a great hidey spot for the small hive beetles. So what do? Do I take this box off, clean the bottom board? Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bottom box off. They're going to go crazy because they're not going to have a home to go to for a few minutes. While I've got this box off, they're all going to want to come back to where the box was. Okay, what do we have? There's a small hive beetle. There's one or two more here. I don't want to crush a bee. Okay. See all the bees now? They're all trying to find the entrance to their home. They can't find it. Now the bottom of this box, I don't see any cause for concern as far as queen cells. Oh yeah, on the bottom of that box, but that's a full box of bees right there. Okay, whew, it's pretty heavy. This frame has collapsed. Do you know what? Oh man, did I just do the worst thing ever? Yep, I put the whole frickin' thing in upside down. Don't do that. I wonder what was going on there. I put the whole box in upside down and the propolis kept all those frames together, thankfully. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I don't even know if I want to get into these frames. Perhaps I should. Perhaps I should. A little bit of smoke won't hurt, will it? But these girls are getting another box today. Queen excluder. And another box. I'm just going to have a real quick peek. Add a few frames. I just saw a beetle. So they do have some small hive beetles in here, which are a pain in the ass. Got that one. So this has got nectar in it. And there's open cells and honey on this side. Bees are being pretty calm towards me. They're not really coming after me, so that's good. Just drop the hive tool in there, why don't you? Ooh, okay. So same thing here, we got honey and nectar and pollen. Honey, nectar and pollen on this side also. Lots of bee coverage. I think what I'm going to do is scoot the frames along until I see some brood, although I'm not really too concerned. Okay, so there's brood on this frame. Let's just lift this one out. So there's pollen and open cells, honey, lots of pollen, honey and nectar on this side. These girls look great. These girls are doing really well. Just trying to remember now, was this the swarm that I caught? Somebody go back and look at my videos and let me know. It was one of these two at the back here. I just don't remember which one. Come on, up she comes. Okay, so, oh, look at that. We got lots of larvae, lots of brood. I was going to say today would be a good day to share some resources, but I don't think we're going to need to now. I think they're doing just fine. And this frame here is open cells. This next frame, we're going to pull it as well. This is the last one we're going to pull from this box. If I can get my fingers in there. Yeah, this is quite a light frame. They need to finish building that comb out. This side's actually got brood on it. And then the next frame is open cells. Be nice to see some eggs, actually. Let's go for one more frame. Although the queen does seem to be doing a good job. I'd like to know for a fact that she's still laying. There's open brood in there, open larvae, sorry. Do I see eggs? I see brood, open larvae, not brood, I see open larvae. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. She's got lots of space, lots of resources. Lots of honey, lots of pollen. So I think we're going to close this box up. If I can, push that over. I hate it when they get in between the frames. You're trying to push them down. Okay. That's some awesome bee coverage on these frames. It's great. Beautiful. Try not to roll the bees. All right, let's get the top box on. Now, hang on, let's have a look at this first. All right, so this is the underside of the top box. It's absolutely packed with bees. What I want to do, there's queen cups. Still some of that drone brood. I'm just looking at the queen cups. They don't appear to be charged. I'm just going to put this to one side, and then I'm going to put it all in my wax pot. And then I melt it down. Reuse it. There's a queen cup there. Lots of queen cups. They're not charged though. Or are they? Trying to see if there's an egg in here. Almost looks like there is an egg, I think. Try and look in there. Yeah, there is an egg in there. There was an egg in there. So it looks like these girls are definitely getting ready to swarm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all this drone comb out. Clean all this drone comb out, and some of you guys might say, no, don't do it, because they might need it. Or they might need, if there's a queen cell, I might wreck it. Put that to one side for a minute, but I don't want a messy hive. And I know that this bridge comb creates a mess. Bees are going everywhere now, making a real mess here. Go on, back in the hive, girls. Just put that to one side. They're probably all coming out the other side, aren't they? Not too bad. Definitely starting a split today though. Would be nice to know where the queen is. What I might do though is, come on, out you go. I'm just thinking, should I make this box 4 deep? I think that's what I'm going to do. Give them so much space they don't even know what to do with it. Okay. Okay, so I'm adding frames. I put another box on top of that one, and I'm going to add frames. Some have honey. What's going on here? Do I see a beetle in here? How did a beetle get in here? Hey, well, it looks like a dead beetle. Okay, so we got honey, but there's space for them to work. Another frame of honey with nectar that they can either use or cap. 2 frames with nothing, just but drawn comb. An older frame that has honey that they could finish filling. The queen might want to go in there. Leave that one alone. Here's another frame of honey with some nectar in it. They can finish working on that. Here's another frame with some honey and some open space. They can work on it. And another one just the same. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put a double screen board here. So, double screen board with the entrance at the back. I'm going to put another box on top. Actually, I have one in here. And it's going to get really tall, this. But that's okay. They're going to get split in a week or so. Yeah, I don't really want to use old frames. Nasty old comb. I'm going to give them a frame of honey there. Another frame of honey and nectar that's not complete. Another one they can work on, or she can lay in. Either way. Ooh. Okay, yeah, some of this is old honey from last year, and it seems to have stored quite well in the totes that I put it in. This one's nectar, but it needs to be capped, finished, dried down, capped, whatever. May as well put this one in too. They got to clean that one up, finish it and cap it. And then one more frame. None of those frames. One more frame. All right, and this last frame again is honey and nectar that needs to be finished. So there's room for laying, there's room for expansion, whatever the girls want to do. Now I've lost my hive tool. Where did I put the hive tool? You know, I should get a magnet like I've seen other guys do. Okay. I could get one more frame in there, I think. Yeah, I can. Let's get one more frame in there. maximum usage. Yeah, one more frame. All right, so this frame hasn't been drawn out yet, so that'll give them some more work to do to draw that out. So there's the new entrance for this side, for the top hive, and I'm going to put this on top. I just want to move some bees because they're right on the edge. Okay, this is a heavy box. Maybe I should get a brick. Stand on a brick. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, so I didn't put a queen excluder on, but what I have done, I'm going to knock these bees off and get rid of that comb there. If I can find the hive tool, I put it somewhere. Grab another one. What I was saying, get this wax. All this wax is going to go in a pot in a little while. It doesn't stay on the ground. Oh yeah, that's a lot of wax. Well, right, where was I? I don't know. Give them a top entrance. All right, girls. All right. I don't think I'm going to feed them anymore because they got lots of nectar. What they've got is a box down here with open frames, open comb, and nectar and honey. And they have the same here. And then this is a full box of bees, and this is a full box of bees. So if I come back in, well, I could come back in a week's time. It's possible they're swarm cells. If they're swarm cells, then they're going to swarm. I might miss it. I don't know. I might miss it. But with any luck, I might capture them in one of my 4 swarm traps. Ideally, I would need to go through every single frame, and I haven't given myself time to do that. But maybe next inspection I can do that. I think before the 16 days is up, I need to figure out where the queen is and move the other box, or the other 2 boxes, or actually move the box with the queen so they think they swarmed. It's very confusing, isn't it, sometimes? So I'll come back, find out which one's got eggs in, and that'll be in less than 16 days. So in about maybe a week's time, I'll know. Yeah, because, you know, after 3 days, there'll be no eggs left if there's no queen. So it's a lot of information, guys. There's a lot going on, and they're all looking at me. The guard bees are all here looking at me, checking me out. Yeah. So we're off to what I'm hoping is going to be a good season now. If I can split this hive, then I'll have 3. I've got 2 on order. I may get a secondary swarm. Hopefully I catch it if they do swarm. Last year I caught one from somebody else's apiary, so we could be up to 6 hives before the end of June. And then August, September, we could be harvesting honey again. But yeah, it's kicking off now. It really is kicking off. Things are starting to progress and move. These guys, probably within the next, well, 3 weeks, their population is going to be doubled and then tripled. So they're going to need another box probably within the next couple of weeks. Once they've got about 8 frames filled, then they'll need another box. This is the box that those frames were in, and there's a lot of honey in there actually. Now if I leave that for them, they're going to drown, so I'm going to take that inside and siphon it off or something, and then leave the rest of the box out here with a little bit of honey for them. So I got to go do that now too. All right, so as you can see, the bees are actually already starting to find the new entrance, which is on the opposite side of the hive from the original entrance. Some of these bees will leave and go down below, and some of them will stay up above, but the brood box is at the very top, so they're going to pass through the open comb to get to the brood box, and the same thing with below. They're going to pass through the open box to get to the brood, so if they're bringing honey in, they can deposit it without walking over all of the original brood and everything. So I think this is going to be a good method. Excuse my fumbling of words. Okay, so this hive's still super busy. They're fanning here, so hey, who knows? The queen's in there somewhere. Her pheromones are going throughout the whole hive, but they can't touch between the double screen board. So one half or the other knows it's queenless. I would say they probably already do know that. So with any luck, they can build themselves a queen cell. I'm pretty sure they'll have eggs because she's super busy. So I'm sure there's eggs in there, and if there isn't, then next time I look in here, I'll know which section doesn't have eggs, and I can give them eggs if they need it, or hopefully I'll find some queen cells in one of them, so and not both of them. I don't want to see swarm cells in both, but if there are, I can make a split, and that's what I'll do if I get the opportunity, if they let me. Ideally, like I said, I should have looked at every single frame. That way I would know if there's any swarm cells or supersedures. Can't imagine there'll be a supersedure because she's doing an amazing job. These girls are absolutely packed. So yeah, this is going into full swing now. I'm pretty excited. And even this hive now, it surprised me. I honestly thought that they were doomed, but as you saw, I found the queen, and she's doing a really good job now. She's really starting to ramp up her egg laying, and there's a lot of brood in there now. So I would imagine, like I said, within the next 20 days, 2-3 weeks probably, actually, they're going to get pretty packed, and they're going to probably need more space once some of that brood starts to emerge. There's only 3 or 4 frames right now, so they need another 3 or 4 frames before I give them any more space. But things are happening. Things are certainly happening. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Take care now. Bye.